myself, like, if I'm given the opportunity to tell him how I feel,
if I find this, if I'm given the opportunity,
like, I'm gonna do it. And then I think we skipped Deja's birthday. And he comes to Deja's birthday. She bakes the cake.
She bakes
limoncello cake.
Limoncello cake.
You don't need to bake that cake.
We should. I should have bought some limoncello baked from Italy.
I didn't think about that. We decided we're gonna kick off a new season, right? I guess this is season 2.
Season 2.
But we wanted to talk about the Skyland series, and we're gonna start with Before I Let Go because we did have a request to talk about all 3 books, and so that's what we're gonna do.
So we're actually together.
Obviously, for the first time, it's not like in different places.
Yeah.
This is rare.
I know.
Okay, we're gonna make the cake.
I know. It's good to see you too.
We're crazy. Anyway, what happens at this party with that 13-year-old?
Okay, this is definitely like my favorite scene in the book.
Okay, so
I love some spicy.
So she's at the sink, right? Washing. He takes out the trash. The kids have gone upstairs. Some of the party guests have left, right? And he was like,
doing a sleepover.
No, some of them have gone, but some are still
Okay.
there. The ones who are sleeping over have stayed.
Yeah.
And he comes back from taking the trash out, and I think he asked her if there's anything else he can do, but he was like, hey, I want to talk to you about something in Bexty. And in her head, because she's like, oh, they're getting back. It's like, I know what you're going to tell me. And he's like, I want to hear this.
Right.
Okay, what's happening? You and Bexty are getting back together. And he was like, what makes you say that? Like, I saw you. She was like, I walked back. I saw you hugging. She's like, she was telling me that she's wanting to go and she thinks you and I are going to get back together. And she's like, I know the dialogue here. And she's like, did you tell her you wouldn't touch her with the 10-foot pole? And he's like moving closer and closer to her. And he's like, I'm touching you now. He touches like her waist. And I think he pulls her in and is like, I'm touching you now. And I'm like, squealing. Josiah. And so he's like, I'm touching you now. And what did she say next? I'm touching you now. And I think, does she like pull up on her tippy toes and kisses him? And then, oh hell, not Pandora's book just gets cracked open, right? And we're being put on countertops. And the girl.
Meanwhile, like,
the kids upstairs.
The kids are upstairs.
Like a birthday party of kids are upstairs.
A whole birthday party of teenagers. Teenage girls, at that.
Yeah, are upstairs, and they take it to the garage. Can you drive? How are you raising this?
Take it to the garage, y'all. In the back seat of her car.
In the back seat of her car. And then Deja...
They hear like Deja
coming down, but she said, Mom. And then, like, they're jumping out like little teenagers. Like, this was so funny. They're jumping out, but it was also so sweet because right before Deja, like, comes in, he's like, we should talk later, like, I'll talk to you later. Like, he stops to, like, kiss her before he gets out of the garage, like, uses the garage.
They're, like, scrambling to get dressed.
Yeah, but he stops.
Yeah.
Like, to make sure, like, he kisses her and, like, leaves. And then Deja walks in and she's pretending like she's looking for something in the car. And the little taxi's like, are we all clear? After, like, Deja asks, like, and Deja actually thanked her mom for the limoncello cake.
No, that was so sweet. And, like, such a huge moment for the two of them.
And then she's like, can we go to the movie? It's like, yeah, anything. It's your birthday. And then he's like, oh, clear. He was like, barely. She walked in right after you left. And she's like, I'm feeling a little risky. And she's like, I want to do that again. I was like, we should do that again. She said something like that. And then, she said, like, that was amazing. Like, agreed. We should do it again. He was like, I think so too, but we need to talk first. And so she's like, okay. And then I think he says, P.S. I got your panties.
Yeah. This man took her panties.
And then the next thing we have was Monday. She takes the kids to school because homeboy woke up at 6 in the morning to go ambush Dr. Musa.
Literally, like, he is running to his therapist, like, asking for an emergency session. And those are not cheap.
And no, emergency session at 6 a.m. saying, like, hey, I slept with my wife. And he's like, it's not your wife, but go on. And they unpack the whole thing. And she takes the kids to Kuko and she finds him waiting. And she's like, oh, he wants to talk. And I like the fact that she put the car in and stopped and, like, was not getting out. And he, like, knocks on the window. She rolls the window down. She's like, get out of the car, Yasmin.
I need to go read part of the book. Oh my god.
Like, get out of the car, Yasmin.
Cute.
And then go and sit at the table and lay down some ground rules. Like, this girl, she's like, I am ready to go. I'm in love with this man. And he's like, ground rules of how we're going to do this. He was still lying to himself this one.
Yeah. Like, oh, we're not going to tell the kids until we figure out exactly what we're doing. All this
But
stuff.
if it's not working for either one of us, it's done. It's quits. And she's like, okay, what do we do now? And so starts their, like, lipsticking around.
Mm-hmm. But, of course, what's done in the dark must come to light.
Our friends find out first. That was hilarious. The way Hendrix and Soledad find out.
Oh, we didn't really talk about, like, the relationship of these three. Like, Hendrix, Soledad, and Yasmin.
They helped get her out of her dark place because they meet randomly at yoga in the park.
Yeah.
And they're in the back. I think they're like, we can't do this. And they become instant friends.
Yeah.
And they, like, because she said after she lost Henry, she just, like, pulled away from all the people who were, like,
yeah, because then they become obsessed with, like, your grief and, like, oh, how
and
are
she
you?
did, like every time everyone saw her, all they saw was, like, she lost the baby. And there was that one woman, she's like, I wish I talked to her more, who, like, was consistent in leaving her things because she had
bringing her
experienced
books.
Yeah, she had experienced the same thing, but she hadn't talked to her about that to find out. But she was like, I wish I would have talked to her more, but she was like, the reason why I kept reaching out is, like, I had gone through, like, loss of a child and, like, dealing with that, which was also so, like, nice with, like, the people who were reaching out. But the fact is, like, I love the fact that these women didn't know each other. It's not like they've been lifelong friends, but also, like, finding friends in adulthood. It's so hard. Yeah. But how, like, they just, like, meshed and immediately became friends, right? But also when she's telling him, like, hey, I'm sleeping with Josiah, we don't have to live on this, and then telling her, like, you need to ask him, like, is he seeing anyone else and all this other stuff. Yeah. But in her being brought up in that moment, all of them start stealing. Yeah. Because Soledad's like, what is happening in there? And they're like, Victor, what happened? Right. Questioning someone in his sleep. And then Hendrix reveals, like, hey, I think my mom's, like things have been bad for a while, but she's forgetting things. She's like, remember her famous, was it a chocolate cake? What was that famous? Like, I said I ended up making it because she made it with, like, raw, it was raw egg when I cut into it. Yeah. Like, she's forgetting things, like, and she was coming to terms, like, I need care for my mom, but my mom also maybe might not be able to leave on her own. And also, I would like to ask Kennedy Ryan, like, if she had already known, like, what everyone's story was. Like, first of all, when you started Before I Let Go, did you know you were going to do
a book for each
of the friends? And had you already
like the plot
of the story for it? Because you were already laying out Hendrix's story with her mom in Before I Let Go. We were getting glimpses of how trifling Edward was and what would be. Soledad, because we kept on seeing Soledad loves being a homemaker. She loves taking care of our girls, but she's also, like, just more than how Edward, like, made it seem her role with the kids was, because she did everything. Literally. And he minimized it.
Which is like such a big deal that he even took the girls the night of
because I feel like he wanted maybe to go do some sneaky stuff. Or maybe to take the hitch off of him because she'd heard him talk in her sleep. But the thing is that he minimized what she did and made her feel, like, literally messed with her head, making her feel like she didn't matter. And I'm just like, this woman does 15, 11 things. Yeah. Like, all the kids have busy schedules. Yeah. And also, who was working while pregnant? How many jobs when you were in MBA? Right. To get you through MBA. And you have to come back and say what? I still get vexed when I think about Edward. Like, Edward is one person, like, that's why I say he's like his fictional, like, he should be on set. If we saw Edward, he's lucky he ran away to where? Indonesia? Yeah. Wherever he ran away with this new family.
Did he take the family?
What? He took her. Why do you think the daughters were heartbroken?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, that's a whole mess. Oh, my goodness.
Terrible. Scum of the earth. I told you, Satan's toenail. Edward, Satan's toenail. Mm-mm. Oh my God, that man. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, we were talking about their friendship because, like, they each were saying, like, what they were going on. And also, that's why, like, we got a glimpse of, like, because like we loved Hendrix from day one because she was just hilarious, said it as it was.
Yeah.
But we also saw a glimpse of Hendrix where like she wasn't just a friend like who had it together for everyone, like, and also the comedic relief we'd been seeing with her saying anything because she was vulnerable in that moment.
She was.
And same like my mom, like health is deteriorating, she's forgetting things, like I have to come to terms because she was also like not wanting it to be real because that things she'd just been like. And she was saying like there are things that have been happening. That's why I've been going to Charlotte a lot, more often. And she's like, I need to like think of like care for my mom at this point. And we knew like it was coming. So I want to know like, when you were laying this out for these stories,
did you know
like how it was gonna like come on? But I like the fact they were like, we love it for you that you and Josiah in this, but you are talking, you're madly, whatever, hopelessly in love. And where is his head at?
Yeah.
Like, we need to first talk about it. And so, there had some, like, really great moments in this book because PTA meeting, or whatever meeting that was.
Oh, yeah.
I like the fact he was like, I just wanted to kiss you. And I was like, that's so cute.
I'll tell you, like, the way I squealed and, like, gushed in this book, like, oh my god.
She was just like, we were just like, I just wanted to kiss you. And I was just like, does this man exist?
Literally.
But then
takes her behind the stage at the PTA.
At the PTA meeting.
It's like, it's not a PTA meeting, it's like an open house.
They
They're
were
like going
talking-
around meeting the teachers.
They were talking about something about money and fundraising and all these other things. But the thing that stood out is like, because it comes to our mind and she just looks, I like how Yasmin just looks at that, she's like, are you saying someone else? And it's like, are you?
Right.
So do you want us to be exclusive? But I'm just like, you are having these conversations when you should just be like together. Like, we're still lying to each other. But I was like, you're still lying to each other. It's fine. We'll keep on playing along for now. And then I think the next part what happens is they have a sleepover, right? Because both kids have sleepovers. And I don't know how he didn't think this wasn't more because he came home and Kennedy is funny because in the book she's like, I was on some stealth, whatever, on the stealth note because he parked the car in the garage, right? But they had dinner, they cooked together. They had dinner with wine, right? And he watched her get ready for bed, whatever, right?
And this is like the intimacy of like him like watching her do her night routine
and
he's
he's
just
saying
like
I miss
my favorite
that.
part. I'm
Like I miss watching that. And then seeing her like everything obviously comes up the next morning, but just like the next morning, like when he's looking at her tummy and she's like, stop looking too close, and she's a little bit insecure about her stretch marks.
Okay,
and
this is the part that I'm like, I was
okay, yeah. So she's like, don't look, and he was like telling her she was so beautiful, and he's like, don't look too much in the morning, like you see all my rose dips or whatever. And the words, that's like one of my favorite lines in her books because he was like, this body would never not be beautiful to me because it gave me my children. And he was like, I see with Lavery, like Mark, like I see Deja, Kasim, and Henry, and he's mentioning like everything like on her body. He's like the rings around her, I think her belly button, I see Deja, the whatever stretch marks here, I see Kasim, like the C-section from Henry, I see Henry, and I'm just like sitting there going like
bawling, like sobbing.
And I'm just like, this body will never not be beautiful to me. Like, it gave me my children. And I'm just
girl, a whole sobbing mess. You know what I mean?
And then, and I'm just like, and she gets a little teary-eyed when he says that. And also the other conversation while they're still in bed is like, he says, ask me anything, like the Vashti situation, right?
Yeah.
Because she's like, I'm having a hard time, like, her having this part, like, these parts is intimate parts of you with me. And that with me, because he was asking her, where did your head go? And she was just like, I'm having a hard time someone else having this intimate parts with you. And then he was like, ask me anything. And she was like, were you in love with her? And he was surprised that was the first question out of her mouth. And he said no, right?
Yeah.
And then what is the other things that she asked? And he asked about the guy. We remember the white guy's name, and she was like, we never went that far with him. And the thing is, like, he was a little bit relieved. And I'm just like, you're not playing fair. You're unhappy with Vashti. But whatever. And that's when we hear Deja slam the door, come, Mom, I'm hungry.
and they're like scrambling. Is it this? At what point did she tell him about the shoes?
That was when he comes back from Charlotte and she tells him like that was the pregnancy scare. That was at the end of the book.
Okay.
That's when she goes in the closet and throws down the shoes.
Yeah.
She's been keeping for 2+ years.
Right.
But then I like the fact how they were scrambling out of bed. She literally plopped over on the other side, pulling the sheets, and he like jumps off, puts on his clothes, and also the door was wide open, and then Yasmin is freaking out, deer in headlights, and he's just like, Deja walks in and she's like, and he's like, go downstairs, wait for me, close the door. She's trying to protest, and he's just like, Dad, go downstairs, little lady. And then I like the fact that once she walked out and go wait for him, Yasmin is freaking out, and he goes to her and is like, babe, it's okay. She's like, it's not okay. Our daughter is like, no, it'll be okay. It's like, it's gonna be okay. Take care of yourself, put something on, and then come meet us downstairs. And he smacks a little booty.
Smacks a little booty.
And that's when like they have the moment when he goes downstairs and she's like, I can't believe you took her back. And he's like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Also, like, I like how he goes downstairs and he's like, you hungry? Let me make you food. And they're acting like nothing did happen. And he's just like, I don't know how to handle this. What do you your child? And so she's like, why? It's like she doesn't deserve you. And at that point, I think Yasmin has reached the bottom of the stairs. She's listening. She doesn't deserve you. Like, I know what she did. He's like, why do? And he's asking like, why are you like so hard? And I'm like, why did she? She's like, I hate you. He's like, because I heard it that night. She asked the divorce, and that's when Yasmin gasps.
Yeah.
Sweet. And I like, and then on the flip side, when Yasmin walks into the room and she's like, you have every right whatever to be upset with me, like, and but Yasmin was like, even if you never forgive me, I will never stop loving you. Like, you're my daughter. And she told us like I was going through some really hard times, and and talking about how like her emotions, whatever, chemical imbalances, everything. But she was like, I was going through a hard time, and I didn't really quite know what I was going through, and whatever therapy. But then Deja hits them with the question, and so she was like, I didn't know what I was doing. So she was like, do you regret asking for the divorce? And Josiah is like, tries to stop her from answering, and she's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
And she says yes.
Yeah.
Because she was like, I was not in my right mind. That's what she told him. And she was like, do you regret asking Daddy for a divorce?
Mm-hmm.
And Josiah is like, oh! Like,
I want
he
the answer right.
He was like, I want the answer, but it's not fair because he tries to stop it. She was like, you don't understand. She was like, that's fine. And she's like, yes. And we just didn't address the fact. Because we didn't address the fact, she just said she regrets doing that. But also, like, the vulnerability with Yasmin, because when she's like, I'll always love you like you always be my daughter, when she opens up her arms and she's like, I am risking rejection because Deja may not come into my arms, and she just like flies into her arms and everybody's bawling. And then that's when we skip to the snow day. He's gone.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that she introduced the kids to a different world is what they watched when they were like in bed. Because she's like, old people television. She's like, I've never seen it. But then that's when she's like, when Deja is like, and Flo is in town or something. And then she realizes her period. She's like, am I late? And she's going in the snow walking to CVS.
Yeah.
And also coming to terms like, what if I'm pregnant? How is he going to react to this? And she's like, if I'm pregnant, whatever. And then which segues to him coming back. And Deja, because Deja at the police point is someone who knows her parents are like kind of together.
Yeah.
And when he comes back and he's like, and Deja's like milking it because she's like, oh, where's Kasim? And she tells him where Kasim is. He's like, you want to know about anyone else who lives in this house? And he's like so excited because he like came straight from the airport to the house. Just like she's upstairs in her room, like packing, and he goes upstairs and she's like dancing, listening to music as she packs, and like, perhaps it's around her, and he brought her a pear from the tree.
Yeah. Those
people. And
she loved the pears.
Yeah, and that's when he was asking like, oh, I missed you, and they were just being cute, and he was like, what happened when I was gone? And that's when she stiffens because whatever. we don't know what the outcome was, and she tells him, and that's when like everything goes sour in that moment because she tells him like, I took a pregnancy test, I thought I was pregnant, and then I realized that I wanted to have more babies with you. And so she's like, I'm putting myself out there, and she did, and she's like, I want you back. And that's when she was like, she went to go pull. I think she was trying to put her point across, like, I always wanted you near, even when you were not in this house. And she goes against the shoes, and she's like, because you have been keeping my shoes. And I was a little bit, okay, to be honest, I was a little bit mad, Mr. Josiah. I understand how he reacted because he was scared, but he was so mean to Yasmin in that moment.
He was.
In trying to protect himself because she like laid it all down. And what did she ask him that he never replied to? Oh, she said, I want you back, and to move back in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he just leaves. What did she say? I love you? Did she say?
And you would think that I would know this. I've read this book, twice and listened to
She
it.
says what's the last thing she says to him before, okay, this is him at Doctor. Here we go. Okay, here. So, I'd like for you to trust that the person standing in front of you has done the work to get better and to understand how I lost myself. I developed the tools to cope when I inevitably lose. Lose more, because losing things you love is a guarantee in this life. She takes my hand and presses it over her heart. Her lashes spiked with tears. Ask me again if I love you, Sai. Ask me now. And then he said, he's in his head, the woman standing in front of me is the fight I needed. Then how could I not love her? We know he loves her. And so I still haven't asked the question when she closes the last few inches between us and leans up to my ear reflectively. My hand goes to her hip, possessive, anchoring her to me in case she decides to run. Yes, Josiah, she says in a watery whisper. So to the question I couldn't ask myself, I couldn't make myself ask. I love you. And then we cut. He's in Dr. Musa's office. He left. And then when we cut to her point of view, she was in the kitchen crying because he had left after she said that. I was so mad at him.
Livid.
I was so mad at him.
What have we been doing all this for? And you just like walk out, literally?
Like, she laid it all on the line. And I get it. You're scared. I was just like, and she's like, she's crying, wiping her tears, and she was like, then even scroll over her handwriting because she's looking at Anne Bird's notebook, and she was like, I don't think I've gone 10 minutes without crying since Josiah walked out the door a few hours ago, right? And while she's doing all, and then after I talked to Dr. Musa, I mean, I like the fact that when he left, he went to Dr. Musa.
Right.
This man be racking up the impromptu whatever.
But also, like, Dr. Musa just had availability.
I guess he did. He just had availability. But he goes to Dr. Musa, they call him back, and he walks back with a carry-on from the car into the house, and he asks, does the offer still stand to come back home? Oh, but no, first he apologizes. I'm sorry I made you cry. Wait, hold on. Because he sees her. Okay, he says, hey. Like, he walks back in and she's just staring at him. They were just staring at each other, right? When he walks back in. And he's like, hey, sorry I left like that. Just wondering, he says, dragging the suitcase in behind him and into the kitchen. If your offer still stands. Yeah.
Of course it does.
I croak out. You mean my offer to, that if you want, we can, you could, come home, he says, saving me from the bubbling for another 12 seconds. I just grabbed the one suitcase. Figure I can get the rest later, and I know I have at least one pair of shoes here. Oh my god, I cover my mouth, but hysterical laughter spills through my fingers. I cannot believe I told you that. I'm glad you did. You put all the cards on the table and held nothing back. I needed that from you, but I'm just sorry that in the moment I couldn't do the same. I had a lot to process. And then he's like, your eyes are puffy, he says, leaning down to drop a kiss on each eyelid. I'm sorry I made you cry. And then I look up to study his face with the red eyes and the slight puffiness around his eyes. I palm his face, feeling fresh tears springing up. You've been crying too, I ask, courtesy of Dr. Musa. He glances away and to the floor for a moment. He sends his regards, by the way, and looks forward to meeting you. You went to see him? I needed to think things through, and he helps me do that. I'm glad, I whisper, so proud of him, and how far he's come, how far we both have, and for how far we still have to go together. And then he's like, I know I didn't want to do couples counseling before, he says, but I think it might be a good idea if we give it a try. And then I still have much to work out on my own too, he admits. I'll probably always want to fix things, to hold it all together, but I can get better. I know you need to be strong for the people you love, she says, but I want to stand with you when it rains, when the wind comes, when it's hard and the odds are stacked against us. We didn't always do that before, but I believe if and when trials come, we'll stand together. And then he presses his forehead to mine, palming my neck and bringing my lips to his. You have me, I whisper, into our kiss.
Kennedy Bryant.
So it's like, you have me, I whisper, into our kiss, and I know you may not trust that. I can't blame you, but I mean it. I'm not going anywhere. That's good. He pulls back to push the hair away from my face because I'm apparently not very good at losing things. I'm really bad at losing you.
Girl.
And then I lean in to kiss him again. The sound of paws on the hardwood, like the dog comes in, and then she's like, Bird knew what she was doing, leaving him with you, I say. She saw in you what I do, that you'll do whatever is necessary for those you love. And he's like, and I do love you, he says, the truth of it blazing clear in his eyes. I'm sorry I didn't say it back before. Don't be, we have a lot to work out. Hey, Mary and Ken have been shacking up for 30 years. I think we can take our time. I like you, and there's no rush. And then
And that's a couple
things happen, and then it's like, ew! Then Jacques voice jars us both like apart because they were like kissing or being lovey-dovey. We eat here, she says, pointing to where I sit, and his pressed to me. Not anymore. The count is officially suspect. And then Kasim walks in like, what's going on? And they're like, we have a lot to explain. And he's like, but long story short, he says, his openly loving gaze set on me, setting me on fire. I'm coming home. And then epilogue!
This book is so good.
And so like in the epilogue, we know what happens, right? He proposes in the most sweetest way. Wait, let me quote my favorite part. We need to make the limoncello cake, but sweet.
Y'all go read the epilogue.
Okay. Final thoughts. We always say like, if you read this book, read this book, but what can you even compare this book to?
Girl, nothing. Like, Kennedy Ryan's Before I Let Go. This book is like so good. I don't know.
Y'all, like,
just pick it up. If you haven't read it, I hope you've already read it after listening to this.
It's a great introduction into her work.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Like, it's such a great introduction into her work. And I think I fell in love with Kennedy Ryan on this book.
Same.
Like,
that was the first book I'd read.
Totally, completely.
Mm-hmm. And I had been hearing about it for like a year, and I was in school, and I'm like, I'm not reading right now. I typically go on a reading hiatus whenever I'm in school, but this book,
so good.
Literally, like,
it's so good.
And we've read so many books by her since then. And there's a couple series that we're like kind of keeping in our back pocket because
we don't want to finish our catalog because you know we're like it's gonna take a while to get like more of her books if we finish everything.
Yeah, so we still have the Soul series.
The Soul series. I haven't read the Bennett series.
I need to finish it.
I'm literally savoring the Kingmaker, Queen Move, all of those books. I haven't read it yet.
I bought them. I
have a Kingmaker here, but I haven't read it because the way I like blew through the Grip trilogy,
girl. Oh my goodness, y'all. We probably need to talk about the Grip trilogy. Like, it is so good.
Like, I didn't see where the story was going. Because, after, like, segue. Because the Grip trilogy, like, after the main characters, like, get together, and you're like, okay, where is she taking the story? Like, what could have happened. And then when she yanks things out of my tummy, I was in the grocery store, because I put it down listening, and I'm bawling.
I was at work
in the grocery store, crying, pushing the carts, and I'm like, these people probably think I'm crazy.
No, when I say I sobbed, like literally, like I'm at work, and it probably hit a little bit closer to home, occupational hazard.
Close to your job.
But the way I cried,
we need to talk about it because I don't want to give it away. We need to talk about the Grip trilogy next. Because
we've done so much Kennedy Ryan. We'll have to.
We need to branch out. But we need to do This Could Be Us next. This has been a long episode. We have to slice it up. But anyway, stay tuned for the next one. We're gonna talk about This Could Be Us.
Yeah, we're gonna try to finish up the Skyland series. Wrap that up with a nice little bow. We'll put Kennedy Ryan on our shelves and come back and talk about other amazing series.
I mean, the Hoop series. Y'all.
Kennedy Ryan can literally do no wrong. So if you're like in search of a good novel, a good series,
the Hoop
like
series,
standalone books that you can like read by themselves independently. It's best if you go in order. But
and the Hoop series, like I made Mila fall in love with Kennedy Ryan over the Hoop series because I literally narrated that book to her. Well, it's my sister. Because I needed someone to process the book with when I was reading it because it's heavy.
It is heavy.
And I couldn't talk to you about it because you hadn't read it yet. And I called her and I was like, I'm going to be telling you the story as I read it because I need someone to process it with. And she's now like, she's the biggest August West fan.
And she should be because August West is the guy.
Like, she's always just like, what's my boo's name again?
What's my boo's name?
August West. Okay. We'll catch you on the next one when we talk about This Could Be Us. We're gonna record us making the limoncello cake.
Yeah. And probably like some of this balsamic vinaigrette. We don't know which one of these.
Okay, she also did the sweet potato. Oh, pie pancakes. Remember, Josiah would make them.
Oh, yeah, the sweet
So
potato.
that's vinaigrette is in here.
Okay.
We have most of the ingredients.
I think that'd be really good on the cucumber salad.
Oh, it would have gone very well with cucumber salad. If it's all from Baton Rouge.
Maybe we can make a nice little salad and put something that's vinaigrette on it.
Oh, yeah. Where is the limoncello cake? There. Okay. So,
it's a pound cake.
Wasn't I joking about making a pound cake the other day?
You were.
Okay. We're making and Brett's limoncello pound cake. Woo.
I'm excited. I love a pound cake, and I'm a new lover of lemon.
You never liked lemon before?
I typically don't like lemon. I'm telling you, Italy changed my soul.
I do. The way I like
it also wrecked my soul, but it
the way I like to zest everything. Like I'm making a little banana bread. We put some lemon zest in there.
And see, that's what I don't like. I don't typically like the way lemon. Like lemon does not deserve to go into each dessert.
Girl,
like I hate when people put lemon in like a blueberry muffin. Why does it have to be like a lemon blueberry?
Good. I made like a little what do you call it? Like what's the thing you put like it's not a jelly, like
a jam.
Not a jam. I did blueberries, lemon juice,
compote?
Like a compote. Yes,
okay.
I made a compote, right? And just like I just made it to have the things, but then I was like one bright idea. I was like, I want cake, and then I ended up putting it in the cake. It was so good, blueberry compote. Ooh. But I put lemon in there.
Yeah,
it was so good. So I think you.
I will eat some lemon pound cake most definitely.
Okay, we're making it. We need to just get the ingredients.
Let's make a list.
Okay, lemon zest goes in there, and a pinch of bless your heart. I love it.
That's so cute.
we'll be back with Soledad's story. This could be us.
Yeah. And we'll try to see if we can record it before I leave.
Yeah, let's do that. But bye for now.